Do you ever wonder how some online businesses seem to effortlessly live launch and make 5 or 6 figures in revenue, while your launches feel exhausting and don't deliver the results you want? It's all in the pre-launch. And in this video, I'm going to share 3 pre-launch tactics you can use to increase sales in your next launch in a way that feels much easier. Hi, I'm Nikki Trailer. I help coaches, course creators, and digital product owners make more money from their products and programs by selling more and retaining more customers. One of the big reasons people don't buy in a live launch is that they simply aren't ready. Either they don't trust you or they don't trust themselves to get results that you're promising with your offer. And if they're not ready to buy in this launch and you do nothing to address that, you'll likely have to wait until a future launch so that they're ready to buy. We want to collapse that timeline, and it is all about the content that you share in the weeks running up to your launch. The moment that a cart opens, you need people to be ready. You need them to be in that state where they understand you, they understand your offer, and they also believe in you that you're the right person to help them with this, and they believe in themselves that they can get that result. That content that you're sharing in the run-up to the cart opening in your launch needs to help them shift the belief that they're not able to get the results. And it should help them believe that what you're selling is the solution to their problem without necessarily referencing your offer. So take this example. If your client is a business owner who wants to make more sales and you're selling an email marketing course, you need them to believe that email marketing as a whole is the thing that will help them to make more sales. I like to map this out in a spreadsheet. All of the things that my audience need to believe before they are sold to. So I'll have one column for what they believe now and one column for what they need to believe to be ready to buy. For example, that could be in the column that they believe now, they don't believe they can make more sales. And that needs to become making more sales can be easy. Do you see how this works? Let me know in the comments one belief you can shift to help your audience feel more ready. Another mistake a lot of people make when they launch is that they don't continue building a list of buyers who are specifically interested in that one offer. This means that when they come to launch, they have to send a blast to their entire email list of people who may or may not be the right fit. That means lower conversion rates. Our goal here is to increase those conversion rates and increase those sales. When you're between launches or even in the run up to a launch, if it's the first time you're bringing a product into the world, congratulations. If you have a date in mind where you want the cart to be open, I always recommend leaving a waitlist page up as soon as possible so you can direct traffic there. You can send people to that page so they can read more details about the offer and already decide whether they're a good fit. The only action that they should be able to take on that page is leaving you their details. Things like their name and their email address, a way for you to contact them. Then that email software that you use to collect that email address, you can tag them as interested in the specific product, and you can send emails directly to them when it comes to the time your launch is live. These are the people who are most aware. They have read the page, they have got the information, they have registered interested, and they are your most likely people to buy. You want to be taking care of them. This also means you can keep in touch with them before your launch and remind them who you are and why they registered that they were interested in the first place. Remind them of the offer and what it does. Remind them what you're able to help them with. The result equals more sales from clients who are familiar with your offer and likely a perfect fit because they've had time to consider this and to consider all their other options as well. You want people who are excited to come into your world and to join that offer. And if you do this by implementing a waitlist strategy, you're more likely to increase the positive experience that someone has as well in your world because they've had time to consider that option. They know that it's a good fit. They know they want in and they're excited to join and they're excited to start working with you. If you want more tips on using a waitlist to generate more sales or sell out your offers, subscribe to the channel for a more detailed breakdown, which is coming next week. A big problem people face when they launch is they feel so confident in their offer. They know about it, they think everyone else knows about it, and so they don't talk about it. They almost feel like they're annoying people. That's most likely isn't true. About how many times you actually see someone's content on your social media channels, it is so small compared to the number of times they're actually posting. The way that algorithms work is not in our favor as creators, so we need to be putting things out there more. And the same with emails as well. Even the most engaged email lists or engaged email subscribers can maybe miss an email or two, and as to that, they don't have all the information they need to make a buying decision. So we have to assume that they don't know anything about your offer and that it's your job to educate them so that they can understand whether they need it or not. Most people need to see your offer several times before they feel confident enough to purchase it. So if you're not regularly talking about your offers between launches, people often don't know your offer exists by the time you launch, by which point they might not be ready to buy. Are you seeing a theme here? What you need to do is create offer visibility. And this is the knowledge of your offer. You need people to know your offer by name. You need people to understand what it involves, what it does, how it's supposed to help them in advance of you launching, so they already know whether they want it or not. If you want people to be as ready as they can be by the time you open your cart and you have your live launch, you need to be talking about those offers regularly. Share client results, talk about the transformation you offer, and drive demand, even if it's not currently available. Think of it like the new iPhone launch. There is always a queue at the Apple Store when there's a new model out, even though people could just buy it online. Why? I mean, you won't get me queuing that, but I can tell you now, this is what you want to be thinking about for your online business. Be the Apple Store. Get people so damn excited that they're prepared to line up and buy from you. And I know I said this was 3 tips, but I'm going to throw a bonus one in for you. Most of the time, people need to be prepared to make any kind of investment. So the best thing you can do is give people plenty of warning. As soon as you know what dates you're planning to launch an offer, let your audience know. Even if you're not planning to open the cart for a few months, especially if this is a high investment offer. I'm talking 4-5 figures. If people are going to have to put money aside or potentially be prepared financially for that, you want to give them as much warning as possible. If you only open the cart once a year for your offer, for example, for a high ticket group coaching program that lasts for a whole year, maybe you only open the doors once a year to let new people inside, then if that is the case, tell people months in advance, or tell people in January if you're planning to open the doors in October. Just give them some kind of heads up. This helps them to prepare, and it will also help them be prepared to be sold to as well. They'll almost be expecting it and ready for it and mentally more okay with it. You need to get their buy-in before you go and just bombard them with emails and bombard them with social posts, because you want them to be on your side. This also helps to mitigate those complaints and objections that you get from people inevitably every time you launch, where you ask them why they didn't buy and they say, I didn't have the money. More often than not, this objection will be because people didn't have time to prepare if they really wanted to. And so we can just help reduce that a little bit. Obviously, there will be some people who can't afford to buy your offer or don't see enough value in it, or maybe it's not a good fit. But for the people who it is a good fit, we want to reduce and remove every objection we possibly can, so that they're as able to buy and as excited to buy as possible. If you want more strategies to make more sales from your launches, you will love my next video on using a waitlist to generate wild demand and increase sales in your next launch. See you over there.